This is Sandy Pearlman, and I am obsessing on Reality Check TV.
Ever occurred to you that you really had a profound impact on a wide swath of the population with these records that you produced?
Sure.
It does?
Yeah.
And you basically, I mean, especially at BOC.
I don't read most of my fan mail, but I certainly get a lot of it, and a lot more now that they can find me online.
Yes.
Find me physically.
Well, you always seem to pop up, and you were based here in the Bay Area for quite some time, but now you're in Canada.
Right.
And is that the place to go? I mean, it seems to be a little bit more wide open and innovative.
I wound up in McGill kind of by mistake because of Professor Daniel Levitin, the author of This Is Your Brain on Music, songs, who used to work for me in my studio in San Francisco. He actually worked on Blue Eyes Cult record and on Dreams, the Dream Syndicate record.
Speaking of Blue Oyster Cult, there's the infamous sketch that aired on Saturday Night Live where the parody of the making of Don't Fear the Reaper. What was your first exposure to that?
I was over some friend's house who come from New York as well, and we were watching Saturday Night Live, which I never watched The Matrix.
The Matrix
on TV, and then Saturday Night Live came on afterwards. So they turned on Saturday Night Live, which I only watch when Patti Smith is on.
Right.
And suddenly this sketch came on, and the mother of the family turned to her two kids and said, "Oh my God, that's Sandy that Christopher Walken is playing." And there we are.
How flattering is that, though?
I'm not sure.
Come on, Christopher Walken is one of the great actors of a generation.
Yes, I'm sure. I should be more grateful. See, I don't really like cowbell that much, and it's not actually.
No, but it was
not actually that loud. It's the radio compressors that make it loud when
true
back on AM radio. But
exactly.
Yeah.
But still, nonetheless, it was funny because it makes you, it makes you seem like you're focusing on that one little. I need more cowbell.
Yeah. No, actually, I needed less cowbell.
If only, right?
Yeah. Right.
But who knew that would become a cultural touchdown?
Yeah.
Isn't it great, though? So you've been, immortalized for
it was totally unanticipatable. Yes.
Undoubtedly. But obviously it was done by, with love by fans of the band and your.
It was great that they nominated Bruce Dickinson of.
Iron Maiden?
I was going to say not of Iron Maiden, but let's pretend it was.
All right.
Iron Maiden. Yes.
Bruce Dickinson.
It was actually Bruce Dickinson, the reissue producer at Columbia Records.
Is there a place where people can go to find out more about, McGill University and what you're up to these days?
I guess you can just do a search on Sandy Pearlman. You'll find lots of articles on lots of republishing, online republishings of articles on Patti Smith and Ellie Greenwich that I wrote recently because they got into the Huffington Post, and that's the end.
Ah, cool.
That means once it's there, it's everywhere.
Right.
But you also find a lot of descriptions of. I used to have a website, but I took it down. I don't even know why. I just did. But you'll find lots of stuff if you just do a search on me.
Okay.
Well, planning to write a book on called When Girls Ruled. That's premised on the idea that at the time the Beatles arrived and the British invasion occurred, at that time the world of pop music was dominated by American female songwriters who habitated the Brill Building.
True, right. Ellie Greenwich.
Yes, right. Cheryl King. Who's the other one? Sorry,
quite a few. There was a few.
Yeah, right.
Those are the two.
But anyway, no, there's a big three, a ruling triumvirate, and the three empresses of pop.
Right.
And
who wrote some amazing, so many songs that people would not realize that they wrote.
Yeah, and then the British invasion occurred, and
it was all boy bands.
It was all boy bands. Yes, exactly.
Who wrote their own material.
That's true.
So that was a revolution in music at the time because up until then, it was that Brill Building was the factory of music.
Yes. So looking at that, it struck me that the fates and career paths of some of these female artists have been literally just amazing. Mm-hmm. The fate of Karen Carpenter, which to me is inexplicable.
Sad.
Yeah. The the career of Patti Smith, who was dismissed as having no commercial potential, and is one of the few artists who make money at Columbia Records these days.
No doubt, because so many of her songs have been covered by other artists.
Well, it's because her recordings still sell.
Yeah.
Actually, she had her
solid core audience.
best-selling recording, I believe, ever. Recently was
I did not know that.
the album 12. Yeah, yeah, which has the best version of Teen Spirit I've ever heard.
Oh, really? She covered that?
The most frightening version of Teen Spirit. It gets right down to the heart of the matter.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, check it out.
Right on.
Banjo. I can't remember who is it. I can't remember who's playing it. Some of the Holy Modal Rounders, including Sam Shepard, who is playing drums on it. Who was a member of the Holy Modal Rounders before he became a playwright and an actor, or as he became a playwright and an actor.
Yeah, he's great.
It's an amazing recording. So I've now been churning out these pieces, which wind up on Huffington in the process of writing this book. And the most difficult to write is the one on Karen Carpenter, so I'm still working on it.
That's got to be tough.
The one on Patti Smith was quite easy for me to write because I knew all the history personally.
Sure. Well, having worked with her. Yeah. And she even co-wrote some material with the Blue Oyster Cult guys.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you keep in touch with the Blue Oyster Cult guys at all?
I saw them for the first time in years at the Santa Cruz County Fairground.
Wow.
Taking the time.
All right.
That was very insightful.
Been blinded by the light.